What up, y'all? Murder Excellence here. Slay Excellence. I call myself Murder Excellence. I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of times people looking at this joint like he keeps saying Murder Excellence and Slay Excellence. Because Murder Excellence was the initial thing, what that was the name of the brand. Slay Excellence came from the fact that, I believe murder sounds a lot worse than slay. But they both derive the same type of meaning, slay, murder. Anyway, the point of this video is listen, everybody has dreams. Everybody has dreams. Everybody has something that they want to do with their life. And my dream is to literally work from home. And not just any type of work. I want to do, and I see myself becoming I want to do like with FGTV and all these other YouTubers that include their children into like Ryan. Ryan's dad, bro. Listen, Ryan's dad. That man, I respect him, man. Listen, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I want to do what Ryan's dad do. I want to put my kids on. I want to build a brand around them. Because listen, I don't know how old Ryan's dad is, and I don't know when they started, but at the end of the day, none of that matters to me. All I know is that Ryan's dad eventually ain't gonna be here forever, right? Right? Ain't no father's gonna, hopefully, God willing, no father's gonna outlive his kids. Right? God willing. Every situation is different, but shoot, I outlive, well, no, father outlives his kids. But yeah. Back to my point. My whole thing is that at the end of the day, you want to build something for your kids. I got 2 boys and a girl and other children that I care about, that I know and care about, and my whole thing is about putting my next generation on. That really is what my life journey and thing is about. Like just uplifting the generation before me, that comes after me, and instilling the mental resolve for the generation that I'm a part of to keep pushing forward and to do things that help them be around for as long as they can. But also as well, and I mean as well as they can, as in mental, and feeling great and trying to be as best as they can be and the best role models they can be for their children and the ones that they're around, nieces, nephews, cousins, family members of all sorts. And even people that aren't family members, because sometimes you got like relatives, or you got people that are associated with your family that aren't necessarily relatives, but are felt and feel like relatives. But my whole point is that I really just want my kids to have something that they don't necessarily have to get up and be anything more than what they've already become or what they already are, and to challenge themselves to be better versions of themselves. And that's what I really want to do. Like, it's not even about just putting them on. And like, I get it, FGTV, all these other things, all these other YouTube channels. But it's a deeper level than that to me. Not just about us being on camera, recording video clips of us playing and joking around. I got nothing against this. It's not I'm saying like that's a bad thing. That's great. I want to do that too. But I also want to instill in my kids something that doesn't just make them spoiled and ungrateful because they have success that they didn't really even have to work for, and that even though it's simpler than what I gotta necessarily do, but also simpler than anything that I've ever had to do, but also the fact that they can learn from their father on a regular day basis. I want to be involved in their life so much that like most parents, to make a living for your kids and to give them a life that is suitable and that you and them can be content with. You got to work a 9-to-5 or 40-hour-a-week job. Sometimes you got to work 2 and 3 jobs. Both parents have to work 2 and 3 jobs. So my thing is just being able to create a platform where I can be the father figure that I want to be. And I mean, I really want to be a role model for my kids and instilling them every day by being around them and teaching them through every moment that I'm around them in every subtle way. I like to teach in a way that isn't, you don't feel like you're being taught. It's just like with anything, like when you learn how to play basketball, you're learning different things, but you don't even know that you're learning. It does, like if somebody said, oh, how did you learn how to play basketball? Most people would never say, oh, I learned how to play basketball. Most people say, I played basketball and I've gotten better at basketball, but you were learning, you know? And that's what I wanted to be like with my kids, and I wanted to do that in a way that I could be involved in their life and I didn't have to come home from a stressful job and be looking at it like, wow, this is what I had to do. And like, trust me, there's gonna be, you know, difficulties. Even if you were doing a YouTube channel and you was a content creator, it's gonna be challenges and things that are frustrating, and you gotta come home and deal with certain things that you might not have to deal with if you weren't a content creator. But my thing is, I don't really care about none of that. Like, I know what type of man I am, and I want to stand on that no matter what the circumstances is. And that's what I was speaking about in my last video, even as an athlete, but also as a human being. You know, you got to be someone that can go through the challenges no matter what those challenges present themselves, in any form or fashion of life that they present themselves or they come about or arise. So that's my dream. If anybody wanted to know what I'm doing all of this for, why I create my videos, most of my videos were about, well, they initially started with, if you check all the way down, a lot of them started with, I forget what the caption of the videos were called. Inside the family. That was the ITF. That was the beginning. That was what I was like. Not saying that I dripped it from that, but like that was like how I started it off. Inside the family, and it would be different things about me and the kids just doing things around the house and stuff like that. We're not really well off financially, so you're not gonna see anything that blows your mind away. And I mean, I know a lot of people, they watch these other YouTube celebrities and content creators that made a good amount of money, and they're taking their kids to different places. And I mean, it is a good thing to watch. Like, it really is, to be able to see somebody that, you know, was living a modest life and didn't really have that much, and then find a way to be able to take their kids to Disneyland and Disney World and buy their kids different things that, you know, and go from a different place. Like, that is like what I respect about them. I'll never be jealous about that. Never be jealous about that, because at the end of the day, they were consistent enough at what they were doing to be able to give themselves a way of life that changed. You know what I mean? To be able to go from wherever they were living at. Like, you don't know how many YouTube or content creators I know that went from apartments and small homes, and now they got nice sized houses with pools, little in-ground pools outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, that literally makes me smile, because that was my dream. Like, that's still my dream. That's not nothing that I would be jealous about because somebody else is wearing it, because at the end of the day, if I like it, I'm gonna love it. If I like how it looks on you, I'm gonna love it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's really what it's about for me. Being able to be around my kids on a regular basis and be involved in every aspect of their day, to the extent that I'm doing something with them in every facet. You know what I mean? Whether we're being like hopefully I'll be able to put myself in a situation where I can homeschool them, and then we can, like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever it takes for us to really be involved. Like, even if they got to go to school still, I just want to be able to be a parent that's involved. Because when I first had kids, I was working at a different job. I worked at a privately owned company, and I worked about, like, worked a lot of hours, sometimes about 70 hours a week. Yep, about 70 hours a week. Yep, so one of my checks was, about 140 hours. So yeah, I did about 70 hours a week for a while. And that was just so that I could pay for my new daughter's crib and her different things that she needed before she was born. And I realized that even with that, I wasn't able to keep up with my, it was just crazy. I was working all of those hours and I still couldn't keep up with my monthly car payment and my monthly insurance and the rent and all those other things that came with it, on top of the fact that I needed to buy things for my newborn child that was coming. So it just was a stressful situation to be in. Like, the very blessings in your life don't feel like blessings, and you don't really get to enjoy them as much as you want because of the fact that you're straining in areas of your life to just provide the necessities. So like, even when my child was first born, I had to, I'm working crazy hours. So now I'm working from like 6 a.m., getting up at 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m., to get to work at 6 a.m., to leave at 11 p.m. at night. Working from 6:30 to 11 p.m. at night. And if you know any children, if you have any children, that literally means that they don't see you. They don't see you. They don't see you. Like, you work Monday through Friday. You working 6 a.m. Getting up at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., getting to work at 6 a.m. You getting off at 11 p.m., getting home at 12:30, 12 o'clock at night. They don't see you. Like, that little straggling into the room in the middle of the night because, you know, they couldn't sleep or not, and they see that you're there, that's about as much as they even knew I existed at some parts of their, like, you know what I mean? That was brutal for me. They might not never remember that, but the fact that they can't remember anything about it, or to say that it was something that, you know what I mean, they might not can remember it, but at the end of the day, they can't remember me. They don't have any attachments or feelings associated with any time in that life that involved me because I wasn't there. I wasn't able to be around. And that's the problem I hated about that. Like, you try to find a way to balance work life and your family life, but work life and family life don't have anything to do with bills. You feel me? Work life is about the fact that you literally have to work to pay your bills, period. Whether you're making enough or not, whether you're a millionaire, like Bill Gates, what's his name? I can't even think. I'm just thinking of just random rich people. They're working they're working a lot of time. And you no matter how much money you're making, you're sacrificing a lot of time just to be great at, or be good enough to complete your job, or to advance in the company, or to take your business to another level. So, the thing that I respect and love about a content creator may not be everybody's dream, but the thing that I love and respect about a content creator is that you're everything about what you're doing can literally involve your kids. Even the fact that, you know, you want to be better at whatever it is that you're putting out, and you buying a newer camera or whatever it is, you can involve your kids in every aspect of that. And I'm not saying there's not other jobs and businesses and careers that you couldn't do that with, but like, it's hard to find, it's hard for your kids to find enjoyment in that. And it's hard for you to, you know what I mean? Like, listen, this is just my dream. Everybody might have something that they want to do. Some people want to push their kids to be actors. Some people want to push their kids to be athletes. Like, you can do that as a content creator too. You know what I mean? And that's just really what it comes down to. And I really just want that to be my mindset. Like, to focus on my kids, my family, and those that are around me. Because I'm not interested in trying to be some social media phenomenon or some massive celebrity on social media. I just really want to be able to put myself in a situation where the content I provide involves me doing things that I would normally do as a man for my kids and my family, while being able to generate a nice amount of income to be able to provide the same things that I'm trying to provide for them with any job career that I do. That's it. I don't know if that came out the way I really seen it in my head, but that's exactly all I want. You know what I mean? It's not nothing more than that. Whatever comes out of that, fine, because I really want to do it from the heart. Now, the thing is that sometimes greed and other things come and get involved in certain situations, and you got to worry about people doing that or people coming around for other reasons beside that. You know what I mean? So what your general concept and ideas for something is can easily be drowned out by your kids' desire to be something else. So now your kids' desire to be social media phenomenons and other things changes what the whole atmosphere of what you were trying to do looks like. And that's the reason why I want to be around my kids enough to be able to like really hammer in, not hammer in like violently, but like what is the word? Not violently, but effectively putting the nail into the wood, that they understand like it's all about being a good person. It's all about being someone that being who you are, not trying to be something that you think people want to see. Just being yourself and allowing people to gravitate to you for those reasons alone, and allowing them to be and to see whatever, and allowing them to think whatever they want to think, and being and accepting that for whatever it is, but loving yourself for that, loving yourself for whoever you are and what you want to be, and always trying to be the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? People always misconstrue being the best, but the best literally is whatever you are able to provide, whatever you are able to garner and put out and to do and to deliver. And that's all I'm really trying to focus in. Like, you hear people challenging themselves to other people's best and other people's success, but that's not your best. Your best will never look like somebody else's best. It might look similar, it might resemble someone else's, but it's not gonna look, sound, feel, taste like anyone else's. It's gonna be like yours. Something about what you do and how you do it is gonna be different. You know what I mean? I always bring up the example of how a great singer is, but you can't put your finger on it. You can't put your finger on a great singer. Like, it's a certain trait, a certain attribute, certain things that you just listening for that gravitate to it. And other people aren't even really listening to the voice. Some people are listening to the lyrics. Some people are listening to the beat and how that makes them feel. So a part of your story is just being you and allowing those things that gravitate to you. Everyone doesn't like a rose, but a rose is going to be beautiful nonetheless. And those who like roses, those who like tulips, those who like daisies, all those different flowers are going to be appreciated by everyone who appreciates them. And you just got to love those who love you. That's it. Don't be trying to chase those who don't. Don't be trying to draw in the ones that you want, or trying to get extra people to you know what I mean? Just being who you are. And then you got the other things that come out of it, where you got to worry about the different type of sponsors and stuff that try to manipulate how you post things and manipulate how you provide your content, or how they induce their product or merchandise into your product. So that's so many other things, and I'm only speaking on these because, with a part of your dream, with a part of your reality, there comes a process, and a part of that process is a part of your dream is a process, and in that process there is ups and downs, and all of it you have to be willing to embrace and accept, because the dream is nothing without the process. Because you just have a dream and the dream comes true without no process, then you know you live in make-believe. You live in make-believe. And most times your dream is a product of the things that you have been around and you witnessed and you saw, but even those things you witnessed and saw, they had processes and things put in place to make them become what they are. So for me, that's just what I want. That's just what I see myself trying to do, focus on. And no matter how that becomes what it is, I'm focused on just trying to make it do what it do. Like, I'm just focused on making it do what it do. And I'm trying to stay humble, modest about all of it through the whole entire process. I don't want to change how I navigate or how I operate because of it. Nice car or bad car. Nice house or bad house. At the end of the day, I just want to be the same person in how I operate. If not the same person, a better version of the same person. You know what I mean? Looking for ways to analyze things that I did or could have been done better or done more efficiently. And that's just basically it. So I done talked for 21 minutes. I'm about to get my kids right as we speak. It is Friday afternoon. And like anything, I be trying to get my kids as soon as possible. See everybody getting out of school, so I know I could just go get them now. Like, I be trying to get my kids as soon as they get out of school on the weekends. Cause me and my wife, we going through something right now, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm trusting that process as well, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that a younger me didn't know, wasn't able to give, and wasn't able to accept. So things just did not work as planned. So, you know, growth comes with things that you learn from, and if you don't learn from it, there's no growth. You know what I mean? Everything ain't plants. You know, that's why it's called extinction, because if you can't adapt, you go extinct. There's not all growth. It's not just linear. You know what I mean? It's not about just becoming a bigger version of who you are. It's about taking it all in and becoming a better version of the same person. So, let me see. Hopefully she's here. Hopefully she parked in the back. I don't see her. Oh, that's her coming up now. I'm not even gonna park in her parking spot. Yep, here she come now. All right, y'all. Closing it.